What's up, guys? My name is Zach Black. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about these kind of vision things I've been having and how I feel like they actually may impact your life. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is accurate because these visions could be based on what's already going on and all kinds of stuff, to be honest. But I recently had a vision while meditating, and when I say vision, I don't mean like I'm sitting there and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, my life is flashing before my eyes. Nothing crazy like that. It's it's more crazy actually. It's more like I'm in meditation and I think of something. In this case, I thought of my higher self, and I was just wanting to chat because me and my friend aren't talking right now. So I guess I wanted to chat with somebody. And I literally have like not been speaking to anybody this week practically. So it's been interesting. So I connected with my higher self, wanted to go somewhere, and normally when I ask my higher self to take us somewhere, it's usually somewhere really crazy, and this was the case. We went to this really crazy, like, dark forest, and it was like really creepy. I had been there before, and in this other vision, when I stepped into the forest, there was like this wall of darkness kind of deal. Like there was this side, there was a spring behind me, and in the other vision, I jumped from a cliff into the spring, and the spring has like this blue light in it. In this one, we were kind of just like formlessly coming down, looking into the spring. A whale jumped out of it. I mean, the spring was like really not that big, so the fact that there was a whale jumping out of it was like really hilarious. But we kind of just went by there, and then we had form again on this little pathway that led to this forest. And now in the other vision, my vision ended right when I stepped into the forest. I stepped into it, and then I couldn't move, and it was like I was just laying, like I was just sitting there with my eyes closed now, like everything just stopped. And I was like, okay. So I came out of my vision and was like, what the hell? And in this one, though, we stepped into it, and like there was this wall of darkness in front of it too that was just like a literal wall. I mean, it was so weird. Like you could see through it, but you could clearly tell that there was like this thing right there that was just like separating it from the area behind me. And I stepped in there this time, and the darkness got like way thicker. I mean, I couldn't see like an inch in front of me. It was pitch black, but I could still feel my vision, my body in the vision. So like I knew I was still there, and I just couldn't see. So I started like using this light out of my hand. At first, I just tried to like emanate light from myself, because normally that's just what I do in visions, because it lights up the whole area. But when I did that, nothing happened at all. I just could not see, still, like not in the slightest. So I was like, wow, okay. So I literally had to like shoot a beam of light to like kind of create like a flashlight effect through the darkness, and it was so thick. I mean, like if you could think of like a black fog that was just as, I don't know, man, like just so thick that you can't even see. It's just ridiculous. It was like that throughout the entirety of the forest. But I walked through this, and I had all sorts of crazy stuff happen. I got attacked by my shadow self and stabbed by his darkness arm thing. And eventually I beat him in that little fight, I guess you could call it. But later on, like throughout the whole day, I just felt so crappy. I mean, like it just sucked, because I left the vision in the middle of the forest just because I was uncomfortable, and I couldn't get out of the forest yet. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to sit here in this vision forever. So I just came out of the vision, and the whole rest of the day sucked. I mean, like, so bad for like no reason. And I mean, I didn't even think about it, to be honest, until later. I was like, oh, wait a second, I left that vision in the middle of a dark like a darkness-filled forest. I was completely surrounded by darkness, and I just left myself there. And I went into meditation, and immediately I was back there again, and just right in the same exact spot where I was before. And that normally doesn't happen. Normally, when I get out of a vision, I don't return to that same place unless like I intentionally think of it, or it's under a different scenario. Like, it never like is in the same spot as if I just like paused right there, and then when I went back into meditation, it was like click and play again. And that was exactly what happened. And I wanted to kind of talk to you guys, like, do you think that it's possible that in visions, dreams, like where you leave yourself actually has any kind of impact on you? Personally, I've never really had this happen. I mean, I've had visions that seem to be relating to things that are happening, even if they happen within that day or within the week, like just stuff that's going on. Like the visions are kind of a part of that and kind of showing that, even sometimes even it seems like they're warning me of that. And in this case, I don't know, maybe it was just kind of like that intuition, just knowing that I'm gonna have a crappy day, so I'm gonna have a crappy vision too beforehand. Or maybe it was something else. I really don't know. All I know is the vision ended really great. I mean, I turned the whole forest into this colorful, vibrant place, and all kinds of happiness, and all was well. And today I feel fantastic compared to yesterday. So, I mean, that's cool. Now, I don't know if they're related. Possibly they are. Maybe me just doing that in my mind, just changed it, or maybe it's happening in a different reality. I don't know. I still don't even know exactly where these visions occur. I mean, saying that they happen in my mind is, I think, a little ridiculous at this point. I feel like they definitely have a lot more to do with things than that, but I don't know for a fact, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I have some proof I can fling around that they are true, and like actually happening in some separate reality somewhere. But I can tell you that they definitely feel mighty real. I mean, it's like this experience, actually a guy, if you guys watch him, his name's Ryan Cropper. I've recommended you guys to Derek Dunlap's channel multiple times. Ryan Cropper, he's another YouTuber. He's talked about, with Derek actually, how these visions are kind of like a diluted version of this like 3D experience, like right now, like how you feel things right now. It's like a diluted version of that. And I found that pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think on that. I don't know if the visions actually have anything to do with life or not, or if they're affected. Like, I'm basically curious on whether they're affecting life, or if they're just a prediction of what's going to happen, or if they're just like part of what's already going on. Like, that's all kind of curious stuff to me. You guys can let me know what you think, though. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and more importantly, have a fantastic day, and much love to you.